What is up, everybody? It is Blind Metal Gamer here with you once again, and it is time for the first channel update of 2026. I wanted to take this time to go over some content that will be coming to the channel and go over some of the new games coming out this year and give my thoughts on which of these games might bring something a little different to the table as far as accessibility for blind players. Because I figure it's a new year, I want to do something a little different. So I'm going to start by talking about the content that you can expect. Um, of course, you can expect more of these channel updates. You can expect more random rambles or rants, as I call them. Of course, the Blindside podcast will be coming back with more episodes, and then the Beck and More Fun show will be coming back, and I have an announcement on that. Kyra and I will be interviewing for the Beck and More Fun show former WWF Women's World Tag Team Champion and former NWA Women's World Tag Team Champion and former Portland wrestling star Princess Victoria will be coming to the channel for a shoot interview with me and Kyra Super Saiyan, and it will be a YouTube exclusive. So when that's out, I'll let you all know to go check it out. And of course, the Blindside podcast is coming back. These updates are coming back. Now, I want to get into some of the games you can expect on the channel. I want to start off by saying, noticed you saw my demo for Front Mission 3 and how I was checking that out. I'm going to be checking out Blades of Fire next time. The next time I go live with the PS5, and the next live game stream you see, it will be Blades of Fire, the demo version. I want to check it out, see if it would be blind playable, with the use of Ray-Ban metas to help with menu reading. Also, I want to let y'all know I'm going to be looking into the demo for Final Fantasy 16, see if that would be playable with Ray-Ban metas. So I might be buying that game eventually at some point to play for the channel as well. And then as far as the first big game of 2026 that you can expect on this channel, the week of January 20th, 2XKO will be hitting PS5. And you can bet I will be live streaming that game here on the channel. Then, April 30th, 2026, depending on if nothing happens IRL in real life, Invincible versus Deluxe Edition will be coming to this channel. Now, as far as other games to expect, my conceptual plan is the new NetherRealm game, if it's going to be released this year, and, oh, what was the other one? Oh, God. There was another one. Oh, yeah. Invincible, NetherRealm. Oh, and Marvel's Wolverine. Hey, guys. So, and then other games I might be checking out might be Onimusha, Way of the Sword, Resident Evil Requiem, and I'm going to talk about them here in a little bit. But now I want to talk about a game that has been delayed till May of this year. That is James Bond 007 First Light. They delayed it from March till May so they could give it the polish it deserves, and I'm glad they did that because I'd rather it be accessible. And this game will have a basic screen reader. I don't know to what extent it'll have. So um, I'm gonna kind of keep my eye on it and see what happens with it. Um, I'm going to also be keeping an eye on Resident Evil Requiem and on Initial Way of the Sword. I'm going to see what they bring as far as accessibility. And if there are games that I could play, if they have a screen reader and all that, I might pick them up and I'll play them for you guys because I do want to check out that new Onimusha. It looks pretty badass. The new Resident Evil looks pretty badass as well. But the caveat is I've got to see what they're going to offer in terms of accessibility as a blind gamer, streamer, and content creator. Now, the reason why I'm thinking about Final Fantasy 16 is I know it doesn't have a screen reader, but it does have navigational assist, which I've tried with the demo, and it does pretty well. So I would be able to probably play that with metas or something like that. Now, as far as Onimusha and Resident Evil Rec Room, again, if they have the things I would need, we're gonna check them and try them out. As far as let's see, 007 First Light. Again, I'm gonna kind of just wait and see how that goes. Vampire, I think it's Dawn of Blood. I think's the name of it. Um, it's coming out this year. I like the concept. You're a vampire who has to play regular during the day and use your vampire powers at night. That's one I want to kind of check out too. But I'm gonna again take a step back and see what they offer in terms of accessibility. We got, of course, WWE 2K26 coming out. I'm not anticipating much as far as that one in terms of accessibility because their track record it just speaks for itself. That's all I'm gonna say. Marvel took on Fighting Souls. I'm gonna be looking into that one, and if that's got good accessibility, I will get it and I'll play it for you guys. So you notice the game buying is and whatnot has really shrunk up. So as far as new releases, I'm excited about. I've already said there's an Evil Requiem, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, um, Dawn of Blood. I'm also looking forward to that new 007, just seeing again what the accessibility entails. Let's see what else is coming up this year. It's really gonna Tekken 8's new seasonal update. That I'm looking forward to see what they give us. The new NetherRealm game, if they reveal it, and let's see. Hopefully, we'll get Ultra Pro Wrestling this year or the Wrestling Code. Those are two games I'm really excited about because, guys, we've had no in the history of this channel and in the history of gaming. There's been no professional wrestling video game that is fully playable by blind players. Now, I want to discuss what games I feel could bring something different to the table for blind and low vision players. And I'm going to start off with, of course, Resident Evil Requiem and Onimusha Way of the Sword. I think Requiem might offer. I'm hoping that it'll have a screen reader. That's never been done in a Capcom video game before. Of course, I'm thinking descriptive audio, some form of navigational assist. Um, and then maybe like haptic feedback. If they have an aim assist, maybe audio cues for that, or use the DualSense's haptic feedback. They could maybe like different pulses for when you're aiming at a zombie's head or their arms or body or legs. Have different pulse frequencies for different parts of the body when you're aiming. Let's see. And then of course I'm thinking yeah, Dawn of the Bloodwalker or Dawn of Blood, whatever it's called. Uh, that you're a vampire, right? Of course they could have maybe audio pings for navigation assist, and again they could use the DualSense controller for that too. Um, and then I'm thinking also 007 First Light. We don't know what this is going to bring, but some form of navigation. Because I mean, God, you're James Bond for Pete's sake. Come on, he's got to have something to help him get where he's got to go. But again, we'll see. Now, as far as Grand Theft Auto 6, that's supposed to come out in November this year. Now, what could they bring to that for accessibility? Auto driving cars. They could use talking GPS for navigation if you want to use that. Um, they could use again descriptive audio, auto aim or aim assist, and with that they could use audio cues for aim assist, and that would be pretty cool. And then audio cues for like if the cops are onto you and all that type of stuff. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of different things. And then Beasts of Reincarnation. That's supposed to be a pretty good one. I'm not sure what they could do as far as accessibility. But as far as wrestling games, I've done a blog on this. I've done a video on it. So it's up on the channel on how they can be made accessible for players with disabilities. Go check it out. And things of that nature. So, I mean, yeah, we've got a lot coming out this year. I mean, there's so many things coming out game wise. But I think as far as differences, as far as for disabled players, I would say maybe use the DualSense controller more for things like maybe finding your objective, aiming at targets, things like that. That's another way they could do navigation. I think Dragon Age Origins, the Veilguard, has something where you're playing it and you have the navigational assist, but it's not traditional. It's more, it'll help you find like what you need through the dual sense. They could maybe do that for your objectives too. That's something that these games could do. Um, I've already talked about using the PS5 screen reader, but the whole dual sense thing would be pretty cool because I mean that would be not only meeting an accessibility need, but it would also be a new innovative way to bring it to the table. Now, I want to touch on something that's really going to piss some of you all off. I know you're going to be all like, oh my God, Blind Metal Gamer, you son of a bitch. You're going to do it to me again. Sony patented a thing where AI would play your game for you if you're stuck. Now, here's my thoughts on this. I can see the good in this, but I can also see the bad in this too. I'm going to start off with the good and then we're going to go into the bad. The good in this is if they use it as an option and don't make it mandatory and use it as an option on a game by game basis where you could, call down like an AI assistant to help you with things such as puzzles, navigating to your objective, things like that. That would be cool. But again, make it optional. Don't make it mandatory. If it is made into a situation where the AI thing is mandatory for all games to be used, then I'm going to really be put off by it. And I'm going to tell it to you right now. I like the concept of them using AI to help the players because that's going to open up so many doors for accessibility for blind players right there. But it needs to be optional. It cannot be mandatory because not everybody is going to want to use that feature. Nobody is going to want to use that on a mandatory basis. I know if I were talking to Kyra and she were here right now, she would tell me, "What the fuck, Blind Metal Gamer? What is up with this?" And again, to kind of drop a bomb there, but Kyra's not into AI, but I know a lot of you all are not either, so I totally get it. So, again, the next game demo you're going to get is going to be Blades of Fire. Then I'm going to do Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined, possibly, and then the next big game you're going to get from me is 2XKO, and then Invincible versus in April, at the end of April. So, and the podcast is coming back, and I might have some surprises for you too. You never know what I'm going to do. So that being said, I've been Blind Metal Gamer saying, if you like what you're seeing, you want more, hit that subscribe button. You know what to do. It's all free. So until next time, so long, stay warm and stay safe, and peace out.